Hi, writers! Welcome back to Mia Magazine. Last time, we started working on our personal narrative. We brainstormed and picked a real moment when someone helped us with a problem. I chose the time I spilled coffee all over Mia's notes. So, I guess now that I have my idea, I can start writing. Okay, here goes. Caroline helped me. I spilled coffee on Mia's notes. It was before Mia's meeting. Um, we were at the office? Huh. Those things did happen, but is my story easy to follow? Not really. Some important parts are missing, and my ideas aren't in order. After writers brainstorm, what do they do to make sure their stories are organized and make sense? Grab your guided notes and a pencil, and let's figure it out together. So, we've brainstormed and chosen an idea, but what's next? Jumping straight into writing didn't work. So let's think about stories we've read to see if that helps us. Do authors list events in any order? No. Authors organize what happens into 3 parts. And what are those parts called? Exactly. The beginning, middle, and end. So before I start writing my personal narrative, I need to organize my ideas into those parts. This step in the writing process is called planning. Planning means organizing your ideas before writing so your story makes sense. Let's write this in our guided notes. Did you write organizing? Great! Now, let's look at one way to plan our personal narratives. Check out this organizer with 3 boxes for the beginning, middle, and end. This is where I'll sort my ideas. We're not writing our full stories yet, just short notes to help us remember what information goes in each part so we can start writing next time. In this video, you'll help me plan my personal narrative, and later, you'll plan yours. Let's start with the beginning. What usually goes here? Think back to what we learned about story elements. We should start with who the story is about and when and where everything happened. That's the characters and setting. We already brainstormed those details last time, so I'll use our notes to fill in my organizer. See how brainstorming connects to planning? What's next? Ooh! Last time we brainstormed a problem or conflict. Mine was spilling coffee on Mia's notes. Should I add that to the beginning? Nope. The conflict goes in the middle. But in the beginning, we include what happened before the conflict. I did lots of things before I spilled my coffee, so I wonder which event I should include. Listen to these events and think about the one that helps you understand how I ended up spilling coffee on Mia's notes. Walking to the office, organizing Mia's notes, or turning on my laptop. Which one connects to the conflict and helps my story make sense? Pause the video and circle the event that helps you understand how I ended up spilling coffee on Mia's notes. Did you circle organizing Mia's notes? That belongs in the beginning because it happened right before the conflict and helps the story make sense. Perfect! The beginning includes the characters, the setting, and the event before the conflict. Now for the middle. I already know the conflict goes next, so I'll add spilled coffee on Mia's notes. What else goes in the middle? After the conflict, what do characters usually do? They respond. In a personal narrative, I'm writing about myself, so I'll include how I responded to the conflict by focusing on how I felt. Okay, as I tell you what happened next, notice how I was feeling. My heart started beating fast. I realized the notes were ruined. Mia's meeting was starting soon, and I didn't know what to do. Pause the video and write one word to describe how you think I felt in the middle. What did you write? Maybe nervous, worried, or panicked. I definitely felt all those things, but I'll choose just one. Worried. Great! My middle clearly shows the conflict and my response. Now let's plan the end. We just said how I responded to the conflict. Is there anyone else who responded? Exactly! The person who helped me, Caroline. So for the end, I'll add what Caroline did to help me. Let me think. Caroline printed new copies of the notes and replaced them before Mia's meeting. Since I'm planning, I don't need to write all that. I'll just add, printed notes replaced old ones. I wonder if I'm finished planning. What's missing at the end? The resolution. This shows that the conflict was solved, or how everything turned out for the characters. You can help me with this part. As I tell you how my story ends, think about what the resolution is. After Caroline replaced the notes, Mia's meeting happened, and everything turned out completely fine. Pause the video and write a few words in the end box that show the resolution. Remember to focus on the most important part of how everything turned out. How'd you do? You might have written something like, Mia's meeting went well, or Mia used the new notes. As long as you added a short note about the resolution, it's correct. I'll add, meeting went well. Great! Now my ending shows what Caroline did and how the story finished. Awesome work, writers! Today, we learned how important planning is in the writing process. You helped me plan my personal narrative so my ideas are organized and make sense. That means we'll be ready to start writing next time. Now, it's your turn. You'll use what you learned in the video to plan your own personal narrative. Remember, every page we read and every word we write helps us discover the world. See ya! Hey, hey.